Hi everyone, and today I thought of discussing on a particular aspect of performance, especially um, uh, the situation of your mind when you are non-performing. When you are non-performing, most of us tend to believe that my non-performance is basically because of things which are out of my control. I start looking at things which are not in my control. I feel that my organization is the image is not good. I feel my product is not good. I feel my support structure is not good. I feel anything which is not related to me not good, which exactly is impacting my business. So this is something which Stephen Covey said: a circle of concern and circle of influence. So this the majority of the time we feel that things which are impacting my business on non-performance are my circle of concern. That means I'm concerned about it. However, I have got no control in correcting it. This is where the problem lies, and this is where the problem starts off. Most of us in the corporate sector starts to point out fingers to things or people or strategies or departments which are not in my control for my own non-performance. However, the truth is that most of the time, non-performance is basically due to things which are in my control. Very few professionals would go deep into it and try to understand that do I have a role in my non-performance. Good people, good professionals always points their finger towards themselves and say that yes, I could have done things better, which could have impacted my business in a better way. This is a very important aspect when you look at business. Now let me talk about at the executive level. An executive or a field sales executive or a sales executive, by whatever name we call them, they are at the bottom of the pyramid in terms of an organization, and they are the first person to go and visit the customer and convey themselves. At the same time, there are people at the top of the organization or the top of the pyramid who strategize, who directs, who monitors. Now at the base level, when we talk about executives, when an executive is non-performing, the executive thinks that there is a problem in the company, there is a problem in my team, there is a problem in my product, there is a problem in the acceptance of my product by the customer, there is a problem in my strategizing by my product management team and all one whatnot. This is where you need to take a correction mode. On the top of it, these are all the reasons that you have mentioned are correct on the top of your mind recall. But if you go deep into it, most good executives, most potential executives who has a future in their career, they think probably can I look at it in a different way. So what they do is that they try to do things differently. They feel that yes, I had been visiting this particular customer in a particular manner and I am getting a rejection every time. So let me do one thing. Can I do some innovation there? Can I change my any of the aspects of sales? Can I really change my targeted product? Can I really change the way I am working? Can I do any changes which can impact the outcome of the customer in terms of supporting us? So this is what the good executive does. At the top level, especially at the very, very senior level, what you need to do? You are seeing that a particular business is probably not working out. So please identify your pain points first. which are your pain points. The moment you try to identify your pain points, once again your top of the mind recall things will come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Believe me, friends, probably the problem is not there. The problem is much more deep inside, and this is where a senior leader needs to think a bit. He needs to find out, identify things which are exactly the reason why performance is not coming. Once you have identified that, you strategize. Once you have identified that the crux of the problem, you should strategize. And once again, when you strategize, there should be a couple of things only. Your strategy should not be a laundry list that you are unable to monitor also. Your strategy should be at least for a point or 2 points or 3 points. There will be maximum 3-pointer strategy has to be there, which you can identify, you can monitor, you can really score over it and let it get executed at the team level. So this is what is very important, especially if you want to do some amount of turnarounds in your business. The beauty lies in identify the crux of the problem. That's where you have to spend a lot of time as a senior leader, because as I mentioned that a lot of things will come up and pop up in your mind immediately. Believe me, majority of them are not your problems. Majority of them are not your problem. The problems probably is much deeper than you are thinking. And once you have identified that problem, strategizing it to get a real result out of how to address that problem comes, and then you do that and follow it up, monitor it, so that tomorrow when you monitor that particular strategy or whatever direction you have given it to the team becomes much more easier, because as a human being you can't really monitor multiple things. You can only monitor a couple of things. So please do strategize only a couple of things and monitor it thoroughly. And believe me, over a period of time, maybe a month or two, you will see results starts coming. So to wind it up, let me say, whenever there is a problem, try to identify the crux of the problem. The crux of the problem may not immediately appear in your mind, so you need to put your thinking hat on your head and go deeper into it and identify the crux of the problem. Once you have identified the crux of the problem, try to find out solutions to it, strategize on it. Strategy should not be more than 1, 2 or 3 points, 3 things that you can monitor. And once you have identified the strategy, start executing it. Don't take up another job till the time you have finalized and finished those particular strategies and monitoring it. Majority of the time you might be successful. So I wish you all the best on solving your problems at your territory level. Thank you.